guys? Welcome. DJ's Sunday evening podcast is not a podcast today,
Nope.
but we are live on YouTube and Facebook.
Yes.
So hopefully our internet will be able to keep up. We were planning on doing this at 4:30. It is currently 4:54, so we're right on time.
Not really.
Right on time for what we do.
Also, we're doing YouTube and Facebook at the same time, so sorry for looking.
Yeah, if we're talking to you like this,
Yeah.
we're like, hey guys,
Yeah.
looking at the wrong camera.
Here, I'm gonna turn this.
You want to move them a little closer together? There we go.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
so
better.
what's up, guys? You having a wonderful Sunday? It's beautiful here,
It is.
75 and sunny. Perfect day. The goats are out in the yard. Probably going to just get into a bunch of trouble.
Yep. The baby donkeys are running around out there.
So what are we going to talk about? You wanted to go live for your podcast today.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what we were going to talk about. I guess I was thinking kind of a Q&A. Put our fans on the.
Oh, well, that's going to
On the
be
spot.
incredibly difficult. We may get to some Q&A in a little bit. It's going to be hard once we get a bunch of people on these live streams. Like Facebook has 1,300 people, so
Yeah.
the comments scroll by really fast. But I will say this. So let's talk about the whole podcast video or episode, DJ's Sunday episodes, which they're Monday on Facebook. It's confusing. It's hard to keep up with. But DJ had this idea of doing these podcast style videos where we just sit down and have a chat,
Yes.
just us sitting in our living room talking. And I thought, well, I don't know how successful these are going to be. If they get, 20, 30,000 views, that's pretty good, I feel like.
Yeah.
We've had a couple go over 100,000 views on YouTube, and some do pretty good on Facebook. Last week's podcast video
Yeah, it was wild.
went crazy insane on Facebook.
Yeah.
In the first 2 days, it had 600,000 views.
Yeah, it hasn't even, I guess today it's
Right
been
now it's a week. It's
but
at 1.3 million views on Facebook.
It's insane.
Of us sitting on our couch, just sharing a testimony of an accident that happened.
Yeah.
And blows my mind. I would have thought those podcast videos would have never had any influence on anyone outside of our core audience, the people that are really in tune with what we're doing and will watch pretty much whatever we're up to. I thought that's pretty much all it would apply to. Well, we don't have 1.3 million followers on Facebook, I can promise you. So that reach has gone so far beyond that.
Yeah.
And it was pretty neat because it was such a tragedy for us. But that kind of leads me to talk about the other tragedy that we kind of shared last week, which was Adam Carter and his house fire.
Yes.
Good friends of ours. Adam's house burned completely to the ground. It actually burned 3 times before it went out completely. Adam was at our house this week, earlier this week. And he told me about a video that he had posted on YouTube. So he's had a YouTube channel for quite a while. It's called Hurley Films. But back when it burned, the first time we didn't start. A good Brad and April Clate started the GoFundMe account, and we donated to it and asked you guys to donate. And it blew their minds, obviously. It was incredibly successful. But then he did this video that I shared a link to on YouTube and Facebook. And Adam's channel usually gets 300, 400, 500 views on a video. It's not huge. It's a small channel. But he had included building their house as a lot of their videos for probably a year and a half. And then he did this video when their house burned down. And it's the most incredible, gut-wrenching, emotional roller coaster of a video of him talking about, there's one thing that he says in this video, because he has clips of the build process and clips of him sitting on the porch in a rocking chair. And then he picks that rocking chair up and walks out and sets it in the dirt where his house used to stand. And it's a very emotional thing.
Yeah.
But in that video, he says basically something along the lines of, because he talked about Jesus, and he talked about his faith, and he talked about all these things that have happened and overcoming, and through the good, God is still good even through the pain. But he says in there that if one person comes to Christ because of this video, it was worth my house burning down. Like,
yeah,
that's hardcore. Like, that's, and he truly meant that. But that video I looked today has got 17,000 views.
Yeah.
Since I shared, I think when I shared it, it had 900. And think about that. 17,000 people have listened to his testimony about, you know, him saying, literally, if one person comes to know Jesus because of this, it was worth it. And it's crazy.
And I mean, not just since the crash, but on videos before, you know, on some of the other episodes, you know, we always talk about our faith, I feel like, or mention it in some form or fashion. And I've gotten so many emails, people reaching out saying, you know, how much they appreciate us talking about our faith. And, you know, and I've gotten several emails where they tell me their story about coming to faith or losing their faith and questions about faith. And I just love that. I love that now we have this dialogue, you know, and we are reaching people, and that's the whole goal. And I do believe that maybe that was part of God's plan in our accident, so that we could share more of our testimony with all of you, and hopefully one person may come to know the Lord because of it, and it's worth it. I mean, Adam's totally right.
He is. He's absolutely right. And see, I'm getting text messages right now. I just got a text message that said, "Hey, bud, how's everyone doing?"
Yeah.
Talking about people just following up from our accident, which was 3 weeks ago now, I guess.
Yeah.
It was spring break.
Yeah, it was spring break. So, everyone's doing much better. I'm still having issue with my left arm. It's not broken. I had it x-rayed, but I don't know. It's not right. I don't know if it's just still got, you know, time to heal for that. But other than that, everyone's doing good. No really residual side effects from the concussions or anything like that. Kids are bounced back. Weston recovered from his knee surgery, got checked up on that, and they said he's healing ahead of schedule on that. So all that's good. We're all good. Thank the Lord.
Yeah. And speaking of emails, I think the flood of emails came the week before when you and Weston did that podcast video.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Me and Wes talking about all that. Yeah, I definitely got more emails on that. It was crazy how many people reached out and shared their version, their story, and gosh, it's, you know, I kind of had it easy, I feel like, compared to some people, and it just makes you super appreciative for, you know, for what you have and even what you went through.
Yeah. So I noticed a comment on here a second ago. Someone said maybe DeJay needs her own channel for these videos.
We're talking about it.
So here's what we were talking about this today. DeJay could easily start her own channel. She could basically just do short versions of those kind of videos and do, you know, whatever, you know, 8 or 10 minute long videos of what our life is like from her perspective. Or she could just do like one video a week on our main channel. Like I'm torn. Do we start another channel? Like, it's Arm's family homestead.
Yeah.
So she's part of the family. So why not just have her do one video a week of her own? You know, kind of like the podcast video. It's kind of her deal. So I don't know. I'm torn.
I know, I'm too. Like, kind of, it's a little overwhelming thinking about starting my own, because to me it's not another business, but that's like, I don't know how to explain it. That's just like starting up a new business in a way. Like, I have to be on top of it, and I have to, you know, be consistent and all the things. And I don't know, I'm scared to put that on my plate, really. I mean, because I do have a lot going on, and to have to be super consistent with that, you know, it would be much easier to just do it on our channel. But then at the same time, I think it would be cool to kind of do my own thing, even if it didn't really maybe mesh with Arm's Family Homestead.
Why you gotta say it like that? Arm's Family Homestead. Film a Homestead.
Yeah, I just don't know. And I'm also not super comfortable filming myself either. So.
You look comfortable right now.
But I'm not like, hey, I don't know. It's just, it feels weird. It feels weird to even talk about it. Because
you don't have to put your hand out. You just put it on tripod like you're doing right now. You're talking to yourself.
But it's different because I know people
like
are like watching
people.
right now. Like, I don't know. Like Jamie, Lester's wife and I have had multiple conversations about this.
Hang on. I got in trouble in so many comments because I said Lester's wife, Jamie. They're not actually married.
Oh, sorry.
Everyone knows that, but it's just what you call it. Like, I know they're not married, but I got in trouble for saying that was his wife.
So Jamie.
Not by them.
Lester's lady. That's what I'm gonna start calling her, Lester's lady.
He's gonna start another channel. Oh my! He's gonna have I'm a Survivor Sanctuary. Then he's gonna have Longhorn Lester's, and now he's gonna have Lester's Ladies.
There you go, Lester. You're welcome if you're watching. Anyway, no, she and I have talked about, what had we talked about? Where's I going with that?
About starting your own channel.
Yeah.
About uploading, about having a whole bank, like 30 videos before you go public and post them all at once. And so people have stuff to watch, but.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll just see. I'm going to pray about it some more. I mean, I don't know.
Well, and like Jamie, I don't know if you guys watch Jamie's channel or not. It's called Suits to Boots. But you rarely actually see Jamie. Most of the time, she's just walking around holding the camera, videoing in front of her while she talks.
Oh my gosh, look what she did.
Oh my gosh, Jamie.
What is the matter with you? I love you and you should do it.
A $99.99 super chat on YouTube. Oh my gosh, Jamie.
Jeez Louise. It was probably Lester.
Yeah, he's like in the Lester's Ladies channel. That's what it is.
Oh my goodness.
So we're torn because we don't know if it's better for us to start another channel for her or just let her post a few videos on, because it is a family channel. And we've done a huge variety of so many different things over the years, I mean, we do everything from fishing to farming and talking about our faith and cooking and just, I don't know, like people kind of rag on me sometimes because it says, well, your channel's Arms Family Homestead and you're just out, at basketball games and going to the ocean fishing, and I don't know, it's the family side of it and I think that's what America's lacking, is that good, wholesome family content. So sometimes I feel like it'd be better to keep it together on one channel and just DeJay has, Fridays or something, and that's when her video goes out. Yeah.
I just have my day, huh?
Yeah. Whatever. However many you want. If you want to post multiple.
No.
But obviously, I really don't want to mess up the Arms Family Homestead YouTube channel because I feel like our audience does expect certain things from that. So some part of me thinks it would be better to put it on another channel and let DeJay just do her own thing there.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to look at these too. The comments and stuff back and forth. This is hard. We've never done two at once. Now my son's calling me. Goodness gracious.
Yeah. He probably should have looked at his notifications and went, oh, they're live.
Yeah, he did not.
No.
So I guess while we're on here, do we want to share about Wes being home? I guess we can. I guess we'll share.
I guess you just did.
Well, I kind of did. So, and I mean, he's already put it out there in a sense. Everyone doesn't know, but, I guess it was a week before, spring break. Wes we'd been talking back and forth, stressing. Really, I was stressing. He wasn't so much, but,
no, he was sleeping.
So college is not for Wes. He came home. We withdrew him and he came home. Basketball season ended, and he struggled through the first semester and definitely even through the first few weeks of this semester, and he just had no motivation to go to class, and so ultimately his grades weren't in good condition. So
I mean, if you combined all of his classes, like the grade, if you combined them all together, he might have been close to an A.
He might have, but anyway.
Or maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
So anyway.
I don't think they average out like that, though.
No, that's not how it works. So anyway, long story short, Weston is now back home, and he's got him...
Temporarily.
Yeah, temporarily. He's got him a job, and he has actually started making a couple videos, YouTube videos. I don't know if that will last very long. We don't really know, because Weston's Weston, and like he's always everywhere and always changing his mind, and he's 19, you know, so he's exhausting sometimes, which I could do a podcast on or an episode on. I could talk for days about teenagers in general. But I won't do that here. So anyway, he's home, got a job. We'll probably be moving in with a buddy of his just a couple miles away from us in the next few weeks, hopefully. And yeah, there's a little life update. Weston did make a video about it, and he's trying to learn the YouTube thing. So we'll see.
Yeah, so I wasn't gonna like announce that he had a channel yet.
Well, I didn't say his channel.
Because he's going to have to work at it for a while.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, we're not trying to, like, promote him. No, because he does not, no, he doesn't need promoted yet.
Total amateur, still learning.
Well, and I blame Jake. Like, if Jake's on here, I blame Jake.
Jake from State Farm?
No. Jake from Shirtless Jake. Jake from Lester. I blame him a little bit, which is fine. It's all fun, and him and Weston hit it off when we got to go down to Houston and hang out with them, and then, of course, Jake came and stayed here. And we mentioned when we did our Crash podcast that we had another guest with us on the other Razor with Houston and the other couple. Oh, Grant. Jeez, they were just our house. That's Grant.
Oh.
And
thanks, buddy.
Yes. Anyway, Jake was with us during the Crash, and not in our Razor, obviously, but in the other one. Anyway, so he had been here for I don't know, what, 3 days? I think 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And anyway, so it was really fun watching him and Weston just be goofy and play and make these videos. And anyway, so I think it was really good, and I think eventually they'll like get to hang out again and do some fun stuff.
Yeah, Jake was fun. Jake was a lot of fun having here.
Yeah, he was.
It was good for Weston, really, because it just, I don't know, he was kind of in a funk, I felt like, there for a while after leaving school and stuff, and Jake came and stayed for a couple days, and having Jake, we might have like scared the daylights out of Jake. I mean,
yes, I felt horrible.
It was a very traumatic experience the day of that accident, and I don't think he knew how to react, but he did good. He helped us out a lot, and he actually, when we were at the hospital, so they meta-flighted both the kids to the hospital in Oklahoma City, which was 2 hours north of us. Jake actually came back to the house. He brought our Razor home for us on the trailer and stayed the night here and took care of all the animals and did everything for us. And
super helpful.
That was huge.
Yes, yeah. He relieved a lot of stress and worry because the baby donkey was here and had to have bottles, and anyway, he was.
And Earl.
Oh, yeah, and Earl.
You don't let Earl sleep outside anymore.
No,
He's got to be in the house.
Yeah,
so.
He needs special attention, I guess. Someone said, hang on.
They've asked that one a couple times.
Okay, yeah. Have you ever had to deal with someone leaving inappropriate comments on your family's social media? How do you deal with it?
Block. You just block them and go on. I mean, sometimes they'll come on these live chats, and you can have some issues on the live videos sometimes, but typically you just block them on social media. And
okay, next thing I want to talk about, people have been asking too, is our trip at Jamie and Lester's. Everybody wants to know. I mean, surely you watch our videos, but
well, my videos don't do it as much justice as Lester's videos.
No, Lester's
I will say, so I guess some people aren't familiar with April Fools. Because I had 2 different people that I know personally here. One of them was my aunt. Say something along the lines of, "Where'd them ostriches come from? I didn't know you had ostriches." And then
my gosh.
We went to eat last night, and another guy caught me, and he was like, "Hey, you're running quite the zoo down there. When'd you guys get ostriches?" And I thought, okay, I thought it was pretty evident that we were somewhere else. But that was just April Fool's. Like, Lester had this idea. We had made plans to go to Houston and see Lester and Jamie and see the farm and all that. Lester called and was like, hey, you guys are coming. Why don't we do like an April Fool's farm swap thing where you shoot a video at my place and I shoot a video at yours? And it was incredibly difficult holding all that content back for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was it was 2 weeks.
Anyways, it's been a while, and maybe it's 3 weeks, more like 3 weeks.
Yeah, maybe it was 3 weeks. I can't keep up.
But it was a lot of fun. So we actually went down. So it was kind of a spring break thing. We went down to the Houston Rodeo, and because Parker McCullum was having a concert there.
And we had never taken the kids. We'd never been to the Houston Rodeo, and so I found a concert in there that was affordable for 6 people. Because there were some big singers. We did not go to the George Strait one, which kind of made me sad, but tickets were...
It would have cost us...
Woo! Tickets were so high. Anyway, so our kids, Katie and Wes and Emily love Parker, and so...
You said our kids, Katie and Wes.
Oh, Katie, sorry.
People get confused who Katie is. Katie's DJ's sister.
Yes.
And she's 10 months older than Weston. You see her quite a bit on the channel and different things. But anyways, go ahead.
So she's my people. And so we had made plans to go do that, and then we were talking to Lester and stuff, and he was like, hey, we need to get together. And so he came up with this idea to go to the horse races, which also included ostrich races and camel races.
Yeah. Like, we thought it was just an ostrich and camel race event.
Yes.
Ended up just being like a special thing going on at the horse races.
Yeah.
But
I'd never been to the horse races either. And it ended up being like one of the coldest evening. It was so cold and windy. But we were in the suite, and it was...
Yeah, Lester...
He hooked us up.
Oh, my gosh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
He booked a private suite at the races, and we had like all-you-can-eat buffet, and it was so much fun.
It was
cool.
Yeah. We didn't even get a camera out there other than the video, the races or whatever. Like, we didn't video.
Right.
I don't know. No one did.
Nobody did.
No one did.
No.
At all. Yeah.
So we went and did that on Friday, Friday night.
That was Friday.
Saturday night, we'd got like an Airbnb like down by the concert, by the venue. Which, by the way, the Houston Rodeo and Livestock Show is massive. And Houston and I went to the Livestock Show one day because we had like 6 hours to kill. I said, Houston, they're having the heifer show's going on. Let's go watch the heifer show. So we get down there. It's so crazy big. It was insane. So we watched the heifer show for a little bit. We couldn't stay for the grand drive because this thing was going to take all day. But the grand champion Hereford, or the kid that was showing the grand champion Hereford, breed champion, not overall grand, but the breed champion Hereford, was a fan. He was like, hey, what are you guys doing here? And we met quite a few fans that day. But they also do something different that we don't do locally, and they have a meat bird show, so like Cornish cross chickens and turkeys. So they had all of the turkey and chicken or sale. They were having their premium sale. They had the show earlier. The premium sale was that day. I said, Houston, let's go watch the premium sale for the turkeys. Talk about, we did not fit in when we walked in this room. Like, the cowboy hats were about this big, and the suits were a lot of money. Like, these people were like decked out. This was a big time event. I had no clue. We were in the room when they sold the grand champion turkey premium. Okay, was $147,000.
It's insane.
Yeah, and then I found out later they set a record at the premium sale. Their grand champion steer at the Houston Livestock Show. I know most of you probably don't care about this, but the premium brought over $1 million. Wow, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Anyway, so we did all that, had fun. We went back to Lester and Jamie's house, or went there for the first time, and was greeted with the shotgun.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Lester's video, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But so we were there on Sunday afternoon. We got there Sunday. And stayed all day Sunday, stayed the night. Like, Lester and Jamie literally wouldn't take no for an answer
Yeah.
for anything. They've got the barn dominium next door. We could have slept out there.
Yeah.
But they were like, nope, you're sleeping in our house. They literally moved out of their house for the night for us.
It was
so
very, very sweet.
It was
but we
cool.
had like such a good time. Like we did games and I mean
Couldn't keep Lester off of me. Every time I turn around, he's like this.
Oh
He's
my
like,
gosh.
Daniel.
I'm sorry, Lester.
He wouldn't deny it.
No, he wouldn't. Yeah, because y'all's little bromance you got going on. I don't know. I might have a little crush on Jamie. I do love her. I mean, she and I just like, I don't know. It was so crazy because there's so much about like our past and like we just literally talked about everything and
Well, apparently y'all had a good morning. Me and Lester
Yeah,
left,
so
and y'all
they-
sit on the couch with no bras and had coffee or something. I don't,
We did.
Jamie was talking about it on a video.
yeah, that's what happened.
We should have been checking the security cameras up here.
No, he turned those off for us.
But you had shirts on.
Yes, we did have shirts on. Yes. No one was naked in the living room. But no, she and I just hit it off. And I mean, it's just, I'm so glad to have found a friend. I mean, I know Lester and him, you know, do their little bro thing or whatever, but, you know,
Lester does the bromance thing.
okay.
I'm just his friend. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a friendship thing for me, but I feel like there's much more of a crush from.
Oh, okay, whatever. But no, I mean, I think like for men, I mean, I think it's a lot easier for them to make friendships. I mean, because they're guys and they don't get deep. And
Our friendship goes deep.
that's
He took me to Longhorn Lester's.
okay. But for women, I think it's just different. I think there's a lot. There's so many women. that-
Lester said, "Hey, I'm watching this."
You know, it's just harder for women to find someone that they really mesh with. I feel like I have a handful of really good female friends because, you know, I'm not for everybody and everybody is not for me. And it's just so cool when you like meet someone and we have so much in common just because of what, you know, our guys do for a living and how our families are ran. And for her and I to just hit it off like that was just, it was so cool. And like, it kind of gets me teary thinking about it because I just love them. And it's just crazy how I feel like God just, we talked about this on a video. He just puts people in our lives and for a reason. And I just love it. It just kind of gives me goosebumps talking about it.
Say this comment. Somebody, Rhea G. I think this is a super chat on YouTube, not a comment on Facebook, but said thank you for bringing God back into my life. With I think that's Canadian, $225 super chat.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you.
Thank
oh
you
my
so
goodness.
much, Rhea.
Oh, there was something else.
Okay, Dave Sloan. How are the babies and your two eldest? Do either of them face any medical procedures in the future? Your family's blessed that none of you were seriously injured. The kids are great. The kids are all fine. No long-term injuries or anything like that, and pretty much back to normal.
Yeah. I think we're all good.
Maybe some emotional scars on our side. The two kids are more annoyed by it than anything. Like,
Yeah.
especially Emily, because I'm like, Emily. I'm like, I'm so happy. I'm like, I can't let her go.
Yeah.
I want to hug her and kiss her all the time. And she's like, Dad.
Dad, get off me. Leave me alone. Yes. Brooks!
Kay Hobson says, does Houston have nightmares about the accident?
No,
I don't.
I talked to him about it the other night for a minute. And, I mean, we cried about it together, you know, and just, we talked about it. And he just said, you know, it scared him. But, is she going to bring her over here in a minute?
No, she said I told her for me to bring her over here, but she said no. So.
Well, you can in a minute. So, my mom and Brooks just got here. So, we'll try to bring them in a
I
second.
think Brooks will be all right in front of 5,000 people watching right now between
There's
two
5?
platforms. Yeah. There's 3,000 on Facebook and 2,000 on YouTube.
Holy moly.
I wonder what.
Let's not talk about this.
Okay.
We know who, now you know who he
Yeah,
promotes all the
yeah.
time. It's not our stuff. It's Granger's always.
Hey, I like it. I like it.
All right, well, maybe go see if she'll come out here in a minute.
Okay.
Anyway, so like back to my Jamie crush. I'm just so thankful for the time we got to spend together. Like, I think we could have just sat there in that living room if we just had like endless amount of food and no one bothering us. We could have just sat there for days, I think, it just, because we just like.
The only ones bothering you were Pablo and the cats.
Yeah, they had a couple cats. There was one that was just like, I don't remember its name. I don't remember its name. But anyway, it just like came in and like barreled me, and anyway, it was so funny.
Demanded attention.
Yes, yeah.
It didn't want you to pet it. It demanded you to pet it.
Yes, it was super cute. But anyway, no, I love the friendship connection that we've been able to make with them and Jake, and I mean, they're just fantastic people, and I just love them, and I'm so excited for like what we might can do in the future. Like, I want to go to Mexico with them. Like, we gotta go.
That might not go on YouTube.
No, we might not.
But it is cool. I've talked about that in the past so many times, about how many people we've met through social media, through YouTube and Facebook and all these things, other creators especially, and people that aren't even creators. Just like, we literally had some friends at our house yesterday.
Look,
and we had lunch with them today that literally only knew us because of the channel. Like, lived 3 hours away and they came down to hang out. But like, we've met so many cool people and got to meet and get to become friends with so many awesome people because of social media that we would never have met. And never. I mean, I can't even go through the whole list of just the guys alone that I text. Like, I know this sounds terrible, but I've got about 5 or 6 guys that I text almost on a daily basis that we've never met in person, but we're really close friends. I mean, even which we've met now, Lester and Jason from Cog Hill, like, we've got a group text and we're always shooting back and forth with ideas, with each other, and hey, what's going on, what's working, what's not working, or did you see this?
Hang on, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Jake should take your sister on a date. I said that. I did say that. But they live so far away. I don't know how it would ever work.
Yeah, we're only like 5.5 hours apart,
Yeah. A little far for 20-year-olds, 20-ish-year-olds. Brooks, come here. You come see me? Come here. Emily, try to get the dogs back in, please. Come here. My favorite little human's here. I'm so excited.
Bella.
You need to explain who she is, because we've been getting some questions on some videos.
Come see me. Look. You say hi? So everyone, this is my niece Brooks. My brother is Dusty, and he has the YouTube and Facebook page, Cross Timbers Bison. And this is her. She's my favorite. Aren't you? Aren't you my favorite? Huh? What have you been doing? Huh? You been playing? Do you see yourself? Huh? You see? What do you think? Huh?
Not gonna say
Are
anything,
you not
Brooks?
gonna talk?
Lester's on here.
Oh yeah, Lester's on here.
What's up, Lester? What's up, baby?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so Lester's definitely made a big impression on our entire family in some form or fashion.
Florida Homesteader said, "How's Leon? He hasn't posted any videos in a while." So they're talking. He's talking about, or she, I'm not sure. He's talking about Leon, our good friend that actually built our greenhouse and stuff. Leon started a YouTube channel at like 82, 83, 84 years old. But I don't think he's posting many videos anymore. What did he say?
I have anxiety, and Daniel's saying he has lots of friends at making it better.
I said I had 5 or 6 good close friends. But anyways,
Anxiety.
but Leon's fine. I talked to him a couple weeks ago. He's just not running the greenhouse business in person anymore. He's kind of trying to stay away since COVID and his age. He decided that camping, and they have an RV. They travel in an RV and have a boat, and they basically have been hanging out at the lake fishing all over Texas and Oklahoma for the last year or so. He's just not at Leon's greenhouses nursery place on a daily basis like he used to be, so he's not making videos there.
Hi, everyone who is saying hi.
Okay, Jay said, Mr. Armsman, are you living your dreams right now, man? I learn a lot from you.
Heck yeah. I think I've said that about 1,000 times on the channel. It's absolutely living our dream life. There's no doubt. But it wasn't something that was just handed to us. I mean, I'm very fortunate to be where we are and doing what we do.
So many comments.
But it has been work. I bet I've seen this comment 20 times.
Which one?
Who built the front gate, our front entrance, our big entryway? It was just a local contractor. I say local. He lives 45 minutes away. But
Let me see. Lester is a hot mess and so lovable.
That's true.
That is true. Yes, it's true.
he's a hot mess.
Is Jake on here?
I haven't seen any comments from Jake.
I haven't seen Jake.
Hey Lester, if Jake is on here, tell him I have anxiety.
Oh my gosh.
I noticed.
They started something.
I noticed
down there.
watching a couple or one or two times in Lester and Jamie's videos, they've talked about they think that we might watch Jake's videos. I think we watch all of Jake's videos.
We do.
We watch every single
Now,
one.
all of the I'm a survivor, and the Morrow clan has, I think, 7 different pages. Really, I watch, just being honest, I watch Lester, Jamie, and Jake. I haven't really got into too many of the other family members' channels yet, but we do watch all of Jake's videos. We watch Jamie's and
Hey, they want
Lester's too.
They want to hear you say babies. Did you go see the babies a while ago? You're not going to talk right now?
Babies? Babies?
Yeah, she loves the babies. She loves to go feed them. Did you go see them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Baby
she
picture.
absolutely loves the baby donkeys. They're a little bit more cuddly than the baby bison that she's used to. She doesn't get to cuddle with them.
Do you want to go
so.
back in? You want to go stay with Nana and Emma?
Hey, so a couple people are talking about. So when we were at Lester and Jamie's, and one of the ostriches walked by, I called it a thunder chicken, which I didn't realize no one had ever heard that term. People have always referred to turkeys as thunder chickens, like a wild turkey, because they can drum. When a turkey walks up on you, they'll spit and drum, and they make this deep sound in their chest. Well, I called an ostrich when it walked up a thunder chicken, and ever since then,
He said, so who's crushing on who?
ever since then, people think we need to make a T-shirt with
Yeah.
an ostrich that says something about thunder chickens, but we don't have ostriches here.
Yeah.
Nor do we plan to have ostriches here.
No.
Lester sent an ostrich egg home with Houston. I drilled a hole in the bottom of it and drained it so that it wouldn't hatch.
Yeah, so now we just have a big ostrich egg shell.
I can go get it.
Let's see, hang on. I saw.
DJ, you might really.
Okay, let's see.
Jimmy Houston, yeah, Jimmy Houston.
They just said his name. It's not Jimmy.
Yeah.
He's not on.
I know. I don't know what
Someone
camera
said,
to look at.
did Lester get a Come On Goats T-shirt? Which I think we should talk about that situation.
Oh yes, we definitely
Yes,
have to do
Lester
that.
did get one of those shirts. We sent him one.
Yes.
But I think DJ could probably elaborate on the T-shirt dilemma we've had lately.
Oh man. So
If something could go wrong, everything went wrong on
Yeah.
the T-shirt thing lately.
yeah, so we did the first initial order of like 150 shirts. We didn't do a whole lot because we just weren't sure.
What does that say?
It just says hi. And hang on. Uh-oh.
Just keep talking.
Okay,
I was just
sorry.
getting rid of a
I get
dumb
distracted when we
comment.
do that. Anyway, so we did that first batch and they sold out like in 3 hours. It was crazy. And so I immediately ordered another round. And I think we upped it to like 200 shirts because I had no idea. And so then we got those in and those sold out in like 2 hours. And then I started getting so many emails. Are you going to have more? Are you going to have more? So what we did when that happened, like as soon as it happened, there's this option on Shopify that you can click the little button that says continue selling even when out of stock. And so we were like,
Our supplier had been getting them to us really fast.
yeah, they've been doing a great job. And so we were like, okay, let's see what happens. And I don't know, 450, 500 shirts later, I turned that off.
In 48 hours. We left it turned on for
we left it
48
on
hours.
for 2 days. And so we were behind it was way over 400 orders. And we didn't have the shirts, to go out. I mean, only 200 of them, I think, is what we had here in stock. And so we pushed push those out until we literally ran out. And I had texted my guy, my t-shirt guy, and he was like, I'll get on it. I'll get them as quick as I can. Well, he because we sold so many, he was having to get the blanks, the shirts, from all over, like several different companies. And so he had to wait on those to come in, and then he had to print them. And anyway, so we literally got them in Thursday evening. One of my good friends came over and helped me package them. And we started on it. We did a whole bunch. And then that next morning, Daniel and I went out there and started on them again on Friday. Yeah, it was Friday morning. And then I kind of picked up on something on Shopify, and there was a spot like that. I noticed that people were purchasing first class mail, but we were getting, it was automatically printing out priority shipping labels, which was charging us like $9 when they only paid $3. Mm-hmm. So for every package that was like that, we were losing $6 or $7 per package now. So I went into like super like freak out mode. Oh my gosh, we had hundreds of orders already done, and how long has this been happening? So I'm on the phone with Shopify, and she has us fix this thing. We figured out kind of what we thought it was, and then it started printing out labels different than what it already than what we'd ever seen. And she was like, oh, it's fine, that's the way it's supposed to be. So then we start finishing the orders, and my friend ended up coming back that same day and helping us fix all those other orders, because we were literally getting overcharged for so many. And so we started fixing those. Well, then Saturday morning, Daniel takes, I don't know, 300, 400 packages to the post office, and they're like, some of these aren't going to go through. And so it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I had some of the packages got 3 different shipping labels. So if you got 3 separate emails about it, I'm so sorry. But it was a nightmare.
It was no extra cost to anyone else except us.
Yeah.
It didn't cost. It's not going to cost.
Yeah, it's not going to affect y'all other than annoying emails, maybe. So I apologize for that.
And a couple extra days to get your shirt.
Yes.
Which is bad enough.
Yeah. So anyway, so sorry for all that. I mean,
go get your tortoise. They want to see your turtle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I just want to shout this out. As y'all were just talking about Shopify, somebody just ordered something.
Yeah.
Get my tortoise.
Oh my goodness, what is that? Anyway, so sorry about all that. They should be all out to y'all. Y'all would have probably never known had I not, told y'all all this. But I was on the phone with Shopify probably 6 times on Saturday, and I had worked out there from, no, not Saturday, Friday. I had worked out there from about 8:30 to 6:30, and by the time I walked out,
Houston's sulcata tortoise, he is definitely growing. He spent most of the winter in the shop, but on warm days like this, you can see his mouth's covered in grass right now. He likes to get out and graze around, so he's been outside all day. But he's definitely growing. Or she? She? Do you know yet?
I'm pretty sure it's a boy.
So you can tell by the way these are laid out on certain tortoises, but I don't know if I don't know. I don't know tortoises.
So a male, if it's a male, these right there are gonna be spread out more. But if it's a female, they're gonna be closer.
Well, I'm afraid he's gonna pee on us right now, so.
Me too.
oh, speaking of getting peed on, I was so mad.
Yeah, go put him back.
Daniel and I were sitting in the pen with the baby donkeys earlier today, and Earl comes in there, and I don't even know what in the world. He literally peed on my foot.
He hiked his leg
He
and
hiked
peed on
his
your
leg
foot.
and peed on my foot, and I threw the baby's bottle at him. I was so mad.
It was empty. Empty bottle.
It was empty. It was just a plastic little. Anyway, yeah. I don't even know what was going on with that guy. What? I don't even know. Yeah, so as far as the ostrich goes, that is literally the one animal that I have said from the very beginning of us getting animals. that we would not have.
Wait. You're saying we can't have ostriches, but you're not saying we can't have emus.
It's a miniature ostrich.
I think we need to go smaller.
That is
Well, there are rheas. Rheas are smaller, but
That's the largest size you could do.
but from what I've seen, rheas are pretty aggressive.
Oh, are they? Okay, well then.
Yeah.
Like
I'm fine with not
ostriches?
having that too.
It's fine. Can we get emus, guys?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
Because what? You gonna go see the babies? Okay.
Come here and tell us.
Hey, come
Hey.
tell us.
What are you gonna go do? You telling the babies?
So go see the babies?
You're just screaming.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
locks up in front of the phone.
Yeah. Peacocks. Someone said something about peacocks.
Yes.
Can't tell. They don't know anything.
Yes.
Yeah, don't go.
That's about
blasting.
that's about all we
Yeah.
can say about peacocks.
Don't go blasting. I know how you are on these live videos. Stress me the heck out.
Hey, we don't talk about
since,
that.
Since that's way in the past, why don't you tell that story about the live stream we did where Houston announced?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, let's not talk about that, guys.
Why am I? Yeah. Yeah, so we were doing a live out on the patio one evening, and someone asked if we were going to be going on any trips soon, and we did have a trip planned and to go see Granger in concert in Texas, and Houston just blasted out where we were going to be when we were going to be there, like during a live video, and I like to croaked over.
Exploded.
Yeah. So needless.
We try not to like announce to the public
Yes.
things like that where just for safety issues.
Yeah, I mean when
But-
we're
I mean,
taking our kids and
nothing
stuff.
of it
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, if we're gonna be at a meetup or a public event,
Sure.
we're planning ahead of time. But like that was just, we were taking our family there for family time, and it not that anything happened. It's not like we're scared, but it wasn't. We weren't trying to take over Granger's concert and hold a meet and greet for our YouTube channel at his concert.
Yeah, I liked it. I had a very in-depth conversation with him after the live was over.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
Oh, we don't.
Well, and also we try not to announce that our whole family is going to be gone from our home
Yeah, we don't.
ahead of time.
Yeah,
Like,
we don't do that.
I'll be
there's
right
times
back.
we have events where, hey, Houston and I are going to be at this, or we're going to be at this, and that happens. But just in general, we try not to make it a habit of going, oh, by the way, 700,000 people, our house is going to be empty on this date, from this date to this
Yeah,
date.
no.
So, just common sense. We try not to announce that kind of stuff ahead of time. And it was just funny because you could see DJ's face on the live video just go, like, turned red. And,
Yeah, people remember it.
oh, yeah.
Walker Farm
Yeah,
fam. Hey, what's up, guys? Let me see. Someone had asked about if Houston's just going to be playing baseball. Yes, he will be playing baseball. Emily's currently in slow pitch softball right now, and so we're doing that. And that will be over. And then I'm so excited for all the summer things.
We've got a lot planned.
We've got
for
a
summer.
lot planned, and I'm just so freaking excited. I mean, beach is screaming my name. Lots of beaches.
We've got some things planned with some cool friends, some awesome stuff. And I don't. Most of it's not new. I guess there's a couple things we have planned for the summer that's new that we've never done, that we've never shared before. But DJ's going to do some saltwater bow fishing.
I am. It's one of
Something
my
that she
faves.
absolutely loves doing.
Yes.
We're going to do some scalloping. We're in Oklahoma. This is things that we don't do in Oklahoma, but
Yeah.
we're going scalloping with some really good friends of ours. They invited us on a little trip that they do every year, kind of an annual thing. We have a huge surprise for the kids that they don't know
They
about.
don't know about, and I just
that
like cannot
Nobody
wait.
knows about,
Yeah.
but we can say they had to have passports for.
Yes. they
I
did.
made, so, well, I can't even say that because Emily's outside. I was going to say, kind of made Emily a promise one time, but
Yeah, you
she's
can't.
outside and I can't tell that story right now. So,
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if y'all remember, but a couple of years ago, or was it 3 years ago when we took them to Fort Lauderdale for the first time? We surprised the kids the morning of. I'd planned this whole trip to Fort Lauderdale and that's the first time we had actually met Donovan.
hey, look at there. Donovan's right there. He
Oh,
said he's super
honey.
pumped. That's who we're going scalloping with.
Yeah, and so the first time we actually were gonna go hang out with Donovan, and do all the iguana fun stuff. And that morning, we were leaving to go, catch our flight. I woke the kids up early and said, pack your bags. We're going somewhere warm. They had no idea where. The whole way to Dallas to the airport, they're like, where are we going? Where are we going? And wouldn't tell them. And then they finally get their, their plane ticket, and they're like, oh, we're going to Florida. We knew we were going to Florida. They knew me. So anyway, that was so fun. Like, I was so excited about that. Almost like more than Christmas morning, just because I feel like, not that time's running out with Weston doing family stuff, but he's older, and, so doing things like that, for just us 5, I'm just like so stinking excited about this one that we've got coming up. And Weston knows when it is. I had to give him a little bit more information because I was planning it around school, and he had to get his passport, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Donovan said, I remember the morning you guys showed up at the ramp. Wes was still asleep. He was asleep when we got to the ramp. He was asleep on the boat.
Yeah.
He did a lot of sleeping.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Teenager.
Yeah. And so, anyway, I'm just really excited about surprising them again with this because, they were excited about the Florida trip, but this one's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited. Like, so excited.
Someone said we need a fishing trip. We need to go on a fishing trip with Kelly's Country Life. Actually, we don't have a fishing trip planned with them, but we're gonna try to meet up with them sometime when we're in Florida this year. They're not too far from Pensacola, so.
Someone said, have you ever thought about doing miniature horses? No. I'm just not.
The mini donkeys are cool.
Yeah, I really like them. I know mini horses are small, but I've never been a fan of horses. I don't know. I'm just not super comfortable around them. But the donkeys, like, I love their personalities. Like,
I'm sure a lot of the horses would be the same way.
I'm sure. I don't mean that, but I guess I've just never really connected with horses anyway, like I have with even a couple of the goats that we have here. They're turds, but, a couple of them are special.
Someone wants to know who takes care of the animals when we're away from the farm, because we do travel.
Yeah, so we have like a little posse of people, depending on who can be here, who can't, and we have some high school kids, family friends of ours that will come stay here for us because of the dogs, and now, of course, Phoebe having to have a bottle 3 or 4 times a day. So we have someone to do that. We have someone to feed the animals, the big animals, and we've just got, and of course, my parents are really close, and Dusty, he'll help if, he's down here. And so we've got lots of people, thankfully, that are here to help us. And we help them too when they need us. We've helped Dusty quite a few times. Them fun bison. That day, I'll never forget that day they got out. That was
It was
crazy
a little bit
day.
of a panic when the bison escaped.
Yeah, that was a crazy day. It was fun. Okay, what's that one?
Donovan said the shirts you sell are the most comfortable shirts I've ever worn. Love them. Mine are worn out now. Time for some new ones.
Okay. Heard you, Donovan. I'll send you some more.
Also, I still have a bunch of blue and gold sausage in the freezer that we need to get to Donovan.
Yes.
Because that was a request.
Yeah. We do have it here for you. But I might have to start eating it though. It's so good. Uh-oh.
So we probably ought to wrap this thing up, wind this thing up.
Gosh, I can't believe we've been on it for almost an hour. 53
minutes. We need to wrap it up because I do have a cookout planned, and now 2 different vehicles have arrived, and we are not working on supper yet.
No.
So anything else you want to add quickly?
Guys,
hang on.
What?
As far as the podcast things go, what are you guys' thoughts? What do you guys think? We really don't intend those things to be 40, 45 minutes long. Like, we, in our brain, we feel like it was 25 or 30 minutes, but I can't cut so much of that stuff out. Is it okay? Do you guys enjoy the longer format of those podcasts, those Sunday or Monday morning videos, whichever you watch them, at 30 to 40 minutes long? Or would you rather DJs kind of trim them down and keep them a little shorter? I am curious about that and what you guys think before we end this deal.
Yeah, let's see.
Because sometimes those things, it's like we just get to talking and it's like this. We're 50, 55 minutes into this video and didn't even realize it. So
all these are saying long is good.
Okay. As long as they're not 2 hours long, we're good.
we won't do it. We usually don't really have 2 hours to spare for something like that. Let's see. Someone said, "What'd you think about Moo?"
He's huge. He's huge.
Okay, everyone over here is saying.
Yeah, everybody seems to like the form. Okay, I'm just curious.
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to like be going too long and bore people. And I know a lot of podcasts, true podcasts that people turn on and listen to in their car, you know, are an hour or longer. And I've talked to a lot of people, and they those Sunday videos, those Sunday podcast videos that we do, that's what they do. Like, they'll turn it on in their car and just throw their phone down because we're not doing anything as far as video-wise, and they just listen to it while they drive or something.
I was just thinking this. So this lady, I was just thinking, and she said, this is the first one that DJ didn't cry. I mean, is it? Is it the first one? But anyway, yeah, I'm not sorry, but I am sorry that I cry in most of them. But I feel like I'm a pretty emotional person, and I'd rather cry than be mad.
But you, that was what you wanted. You didn't want to cry.
Yeah,
but you wanted to share.
Yeah.
You wanted to share the truth, and you wanted to share your real, raw emotions, and that comes across. Sometimes it's hard to talk about things. You don't mind talking about things that a lot of people wouldn't talk about.
Right.
And that's just part of it. So
I know. So I'm kind of sorry that I cry on them, but then I hope it doesn't like suck for y'all. Yeah. But okay.
All right. You ready to wrap it up?
Yep. I think we're ready. I was trying to read the last few comments.
So how do we end this thing? Do we like make out or something?
Oh, I don't think.
No. Okay.
Our kids don't want to see us make out. I know that for sure. We do it just to make them uncomfortable.
Well, that's what I thought. If we did, like, they would all turn around and leave, and we wouldn't shut the camera off in front of.
Yeah.
Gosh, like.
Yeah, so many people.
50,
6,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be like my sister. My sister-in-law, she always does this thing, awkward turtle.
Or the awkward turkey.
Yeah.
Gobble, gobble, gobble,
yeah.
gobble, gobble,
So
gobble,
funny.
gobble.
Silly family things we do. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for hanging in with us.
Do you have a song of the week selection? I mean, you got 5,000 people here, and you didn't have a podcast video. So.
I didn't. Yep. So song of the week. It is an oldie. We actually listened to it this morning, but I've been listening to it all the time, or maybe it was this afternoon. Anyway, I know if you know anything about country music, John Michael Montgomery, "Life's a Dance." That is like, I've been listening to that. It just like came back to me, and I love that song. And go listen to it. So good, so true.
Life's a Dance.
Life's a Dance. You learn as you go. So with that, do your best. Have a good week.
Which I think should be the name of DJ's channel.
So now you want me to have a channel? I'm so confused.